Finally, she's back. Back in the game. It's been a long time. I figured it out yesterday. I think it's been 9 weeks. September the 9th is when we put her out of commission and took it to the first shop, which of course it ended up going somewhere else. But yeah, 9 weeks, guys. A little over 9 weeks. Crazy. But she's back and better than ever. So I was hoping Sam would still be here, but he left, I guess, before we got back, just that way he could go over everything with you guys. But what we ended up doing here is, you know, the block on the old engine was cracked, and so we got a long block and a reman engine. So, you know, it's pretty much you could say a new engine. It's pretty much a brand new engine, but it's a reman, of course, because it's an older engine. As you can see, lots of new parts. Replaced the fuel actuators. Starts a lot nicer. Looks like one of my co-workers is in the Christmas spirit already. He's got lights all over his car. So lots of new parts. New compressor, different things, but they worked on the AC a little bit too. My AC was not working well this summer. I thought about it, kept getting worse. And then I had seen the actuator was leaking pretty bad, so I'm not sure. Yes, they did put a new one on. Here it is. Right there. Accumulator, I said that wrong. What did I say? Actuator. But so they replaced that, got the AC working again, and she's ready to go make some money now. All right, guys, well, we got a load behind her, and we are ready to head to Virginia. We're gonna be heading just south of Lynchburg, somewhere down there. We got a full load. We're definitely close to our weight because we got all this flooring on here. So we got some weight behind it, and we got ourselves a little bit of a run. You know, about 6 hours down there, so be able to test it out, ready for the maiden voyage. We had a little bit of a fuel leak, so I had loaded this up and took it back over there, got everything strapped down, took it over there, and got it checked out. So anyway, let's head on down to Virginia. We're gonna fill her up with fuel, and then we'll be ready to head on down. And we are gonna be bringing lumber along back. I think it's usually kiln dried out of this place. I've hauled out of this lumber yard before. I've had you in there before. Nice little mom and pop place. So we're gonna be bringing lumber along back. So I got my tarps loaded up. Need tarps to bring that back. That's coming about 5 minutes from the shop. So everything worked out well there. Let's get her done. All right, guys. Got her filled up with fuel. Get ready to head south. Fuel fob in there before I forget. I think we're ready to go. Maiden voyage it is. Let's do it. Now it's not gonna sound like the cat, you know. Not as loud as the cats. There's no, it's not even close. Like when it comes to the sound of the cat Jake brakes and the sound of these Jake brakes, no comparison. The cat sounds so much better. And louder too. So it takes a little bit to get used to it. Like I get in this thing and I flip the Jakes on and I'm like, man, it don't even sound, you know, half as loud as that cat. But hey, I'm just glad I got my truck back, I know that. Hopefully you guys got a chance to check out the interview I did with Chris Bear. If not, go check it out. That was a fun one for sure. Thank you, sir. Yep, finally.
Well, it's been about 6 weeks, though.
No, it was 9 weeks altogether.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's out of Jerry Martin for about 5 weeks. They didn't do anything, and then I was at Sentinel for, then we had to wait a week, and then I went to Sentinel about 3 weeks.
Running good again?
Yeah, it's running good. Had a little bit of a fuel leak. We got that taken care of, so I take this down south of Lynchburg, so we'll see how it does.
Okay, so you just got it back. Alright, good deal. Hey, have a safe trip.
Alright, appreciate it. See you around. Like I said, I'm not sure what this load weighs, but feels pretty heavy back there. I don't think we're overweight, but we're definitely somewhere, you know, close to 80,000.
Down to the 44 minute.
Also, guys, if you didn't see the shirts yet that I got, feel free to go over to the website and buy yourself a nice shirt with the truck on the back and all that good stuff. Still got some hats available. So head on over there, grab your shirt, grab your hat, coffee mug, whatever you need. Head on over to my website and buy yourself some merch. Here we got a nice 389 coming by. Beauty. Different color, you know. You don't see that a whole lot, purple and green. But that truck was decked out, man. That's a nice truck. Stopped here to check all the straps and all that, and everything's looking good. I had to tighten a few down, but gone pretty good so far. The truck's running well. So like I said, I already talked to the contractor down there, and he's actually gonna wait on me. He said he's gonna wait there until I get there. So like I said, everything's going great. So if yeah, we continue to make good time, then we should be there by 3:30, 4 o'clock. So yep, just use the bathroom and tighten down the straps, and we're gonna keep moving. You know, I don't know if any other flatbedders do this or not, but I need to start carrying a stapler with me. That way when the paper comes loose like this, I can, you know, fasten it back on like that, and it's not flapping in the wind. But other than that, everything looks good. But yeah, I don't know if anybody does that or not, but it seems like it'd be a good idea if you haul a lot of lumber. That way when that stuff comes loose, you can just go throw a couple staples on it and you're good to go. For some reason I was walking around the truck and I think it smells like cooling. I'm not sure why. And I looked underneath the truck, excuse me, checked the hoses. Everything seems fine, so I don't know, maybe it's just my imagination. Let's roll. And then after we get this unloaded, I do have a place where I've slept at before down in Pulaski, right near the reload. So probably drive there after we're unloaded and sleep there. It's like, I don't know, a couple minutes from the reload. It's a nice little truck stop, quiet, has a Walmart out behind it, Domino's Pizza, restaurant, I don't know, there's places there to eat. Just kind of a small truck stop, but it's usually not full. I've parked there before late evenings, so, you know, hopefully it all works out to where I get there and there's still parking spots. By the time we get unloaded here, it'll probably be about 5 p.m. and then we got 2 hours to Pulaski, so that'll get us there around 7 p.m. So we should be good. That's not real late, but if you're a truck driver, man, you know how crazy fast these truck stops fill up at night, you know? That's why it's good to sleep during the day and drive at night, or at least sleep part of the day. Start early, you know, all that good stuff. But we're not going to be able to do that, so we'll just deal with it. We'll sleep overnight like normal folks, and then I know the last time he told me, oh, we don't load till 8, but I went over at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and he loaded me right away. So I'll probably do the same thing, go over at 7 o'clock, hopefully be out of there and tarp by 9, and then back up in Lancaster. We delivered to Ephrata, so yeah, hopefully we can get back up there by you know, 4 o'clock or so, until we stop for food, a few different things, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you figure in a little extra time. So yeah, and then hopefully we can be back by 4 or 5 p.m. tomorrow. Alrighty folks, we made it here. I'm being told that it's all the way back in, like a mile back in here, so see what we can find. I was on the phone with the contractor here a couple minutes ago, so he said just keep driving on back through until you see me. So looks like we'll get a nice scenic ride back in here. Nice pine trees and all that. Some of the trees are still real nice down here, you know, they got leaves on them and all that. Pretty cool. It's like we got cameras watching us, all that good stuff. But the gates are open, so I didn't hear anything about needing a code or anything like that. And the gates are open. We'll just keep right on cruising. This would be a nice place to build a house back in here, man. It's awesome back here. I bet there's a lot of deer back in here too. I haven't seen any yet, you know, but this is cool. Way back in. Looks like it drops off pretty good on that side. Over there, man, it got a bank there and it drops straight off. So we don't want to get too close to that edge. Some horses in there. This is nice. Kinds of cattle out there. So there was a house and stuff back there, but he said keep coming on in. So it gets a little dicey back here. Gets a little small, I guess. But we'll get her done, you know, we'll get her done. Just take it easy back through here. We're not in a real rush. Because, how you doing, sir? Because, you know, we can't get loaded till 7 or so anyway, so we got a little extra time. Said it gets a little tight here, but it don't look too bad. Looks like we can take the ditch on the other side. There's a bank to the left, so this is about all we can do there. But on the other side, it drops off a little bit, but there's enough of room there to put the tires in there, which is what I did. Put the tires in there a couple feet. We'll keep going. Now we get to go uphill. He said I'll know once I'm there, so I imagine it's pretty self-explanatory. Guys, he's getting her unloaded quickly, making good time of it, stacking it right over here, so it's really not taking long at all. But we got some beautiful views up here. I mean, it is so peaceful too, so peaceful up here. And like I said, this would be quite a place to build a house at. So peaceful. We got 2 more packs to unload, and then we are going to be on our merry way. See if we can find our way back out of here again. Pretty neat, you know, this stuff, this kind of work, you know, way back in like this can be hard on equipment, but I tell you what, you just drive carefully. If you know how to drive, make the corners and all that, it's worth it when you get nice views like this. And now this was a cool one, guys. This was a fun delivery. And the guy that owns it here, he was so nice. Such a nice guy, you know, nice fella. He come out, took a picture of the truck, shook my hand, patted me on the back as I walked away. You know, just Just a good old boy. So, you know, you appreciate that because you don't get a lot of that anymore. Now, you know, like I've said, I think I said it in this video already, like we have a lot of nice customers, our own customers and all that. So we have mostly good experiences when it comes to loading and unloading, but there's still something cool about a customer that appreciates your delivery, if you will, because, you know, a lot of times you're just kind of the middleman, I guess. But yeah, really nice place here, really nice people. And anyway, we're unloaded, we're heading out. We are gonna head for Pulaski. Here, wait for gate to open. Okay. Come on now. Come on. So we gotta go farther front. There they go. We are taking the scenic route again. It didn't look like the nicest route to take, but it's better than going back up to 460, so, or a little quicker, I should say. So we'll go ahead and do this, see what we can find. Got some crazy corners and switchbacks on this road, man. I've barely seen any cars on this road yet. There ain't nobody on this road. Like we got more corners up ahead. Probably looks like I'm going fast on a road like this, but like right now I'm doing 25. Probably got about 5 miles on here yet, and then we start heading south a little more after we wind through the mountain here. Like I said, you're allowed on this road with a truck. There's not any no truck signs. There's just a bridge, a 40-ton bridge that we went over back a ways, but you know, that's 80,000 of course. Well, like I said, there's usually parking here, so we shouldn't have an issue finding something. Just gonna take one of these spots here at the end, I reckon. It's all blindside parking. On this side, you're backing on your blind side, but there's plenty of room. Plenty of room. We'll get parked. I'm gonna grab fuel in the morning, so we'll fill her up, top her off in the morning. For now, I'm just gonna go wash up, go next door here, maybe get some Domino's, or might check out that little Mexican restaurant. I don't know. I'm not big for Mexican food like some people, but anyway, straighten out here. It is kind of drizzling again. Calling for a little bit of rain overnight. Okay, well, we got all cozied up in the truck here. I got some Domino's. I didn't take a shower, just kind of washed up. I always bring a washcloth and towel along. But this place, I don't even know if they have showers. Even if they would, it's pretty nasty in there. Like when it comes to the restrooms and all that. So anyway, I went over and got Domino's. You pretty much got every bad food option around here that you want. They got a Waffle House over here, Wendy's, Burger King, Arby's. There's a McDonald's there, a Dog House. I don't know what that is. I didn't see it until I was walking through the Walmart parking lot there to go over to the Domino's. So I got my walk in. That's one good thing. But I don't know what the Dog House is. There was a picture of a hot dog, so I don't know. But they got, yeah, every bad food option that you want. They have. This truck stop is surrounded by them. So we went with the Domino's. Anyway, guys, so we'll get up tomorrow morning, get that loaded up and tarped. Hopefully it's not raining. They're calling for showers overnight. I kind of got wet walking over to the Domino's, but I think we'll be all right tomorrow. It doesn't look too bad. When we get back to Lancaster, it'll probably be raining. So, yeah, we're gonna eat and maybe watch a little TV, hit the sack, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Very quiet here. I'm working on wiping down the truck. It rained a little bit when I drove down to Pulaski last night, and then overnight we got some pretty good showers. I heard it raining last night before I went to sleep. So I'm just taking my microfibers, using the moisture that's already on here, wiping that rain dust off, and getting her back to normal. A lot of people ask, you know, how do you keep a truck clean? What products do you use? Well, it might matter a little bit what products you use, but the biggest thing is just keeping up with it and spending a lot of time on it. That's really the answer. So I do a lot of wiping wiping down, use like a quick wax, you know, to wet it down and just wipe it. That's what I do a lot of. But my answer to that is, if you're waiting, it depends a lot on what you're doing, you know. I don't get a ton of waiting time, but, you know, while I'm getting loaded sometimes, while the forklift is going back and getting more lumber, I'm sometimes, you know, wiping my truck down or adding tire shine. So, you know, yeah, sometimes you get tired of it, but hey, if you want to keep it clean, you definitely got to work for it. So that's always my answer to people. I mean, I'm not over the road either, so that makes a difference as well. But if you are over the road and you're taking your 10-hour or your 34, I don't know, go to the truck wash, get her washed, and get to polishing. That's a nice peaceful sound in the morning, a train. I don't know what that is up there, but it's all fenced in. A lot of land up in there, and it's all fenced in with barbed wire. Have to look that up on the map. I don't know what that is. I got the whole rig wiped down after like 45 minutes. So we're still here waiting until they open the gates. His wife just come out through and said that he'll be out shortly to open them up. It's about 7:45. So I guess on a normal day they don't start loading till 8, which is fine. We should still be able to get on loaded today. Maybe. I'll have to call Elvin, the guy that I deliver to. He's a guy, we haul into his place all the time, just about 2-3 miles from the shop. So after we get loaded and get going and get about half of the way, I'll have to call him. Good chance we'll unload tomorrow morning, because it's supposed to start raining this afternoon, and I don't have to load right away tomorrow morning, so that should all work out pretty good. So yeah, we're just waiting. We got the dunnage laid out, all that good stuff. I got my tarps in the toolbox there, so maybe I'll get those out yet. Actually, I'll wait till we get down there to throw those out, because, you know, that way we don't have to put them up on the trailer. We might have to take them back off. I'm not sure what sizes we're hauling out of here today. So yeah, they'll be opening the gates here shortly. Then we can get on down there, get this thing loaded up, and head north. Okay, well, we made it down into the yard. He's in there getting the lumber, so shouldn't take too long to load it up. It's usually nice even load out of here. I know I've hauled, I think every other time it's either 16s or 14s, 12 packs, nice and easy usually. So we'll see what we can get. So this has only happened to me a few times, but it did this morning, where he's putting the first packs of lumber on. He's like, you need to use a bathroom, it's right over there. Very rarely does that happen to us, where somebody offers us the facilities, you know what I mean? Rarely happens. Sometimes when you ask, you get rejected, but that's pretty cool when they offer it to you. You know, hey, you need to use the restroom, it's over there. So yeah, right there's the railroad track. Got a bunch of cattle up there. So quiet. Looks like he's got the first 4 packs on, 3 high, 43 feet of the trailer. It's all 14 footers, so should be a nice load to tarp. Getting the 2 on top of that stack, yeah, then we should be able to throw some straps. Get that first bundle strapped up a while. Okay, everything's loaded up. We just got to get it tarped. We ended up putting one extra pack in the back there on the top. So we got 13 altogether, and we're at 79 something. They got a little scale there that you can hop on, so I'll show the, you know, weights and everything to you here in a minute. Let's get her tarped. Okay, we got her tarped up. It took me about 45 minutes, something like that. So, not bad. Point this thing on north. Like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to get unloaded today, but we'll drive a distance, and then we can check with him, see if he wants to unload it today or early tomorrow morning. Like I said, it might be raining overnight, so good chance he'll want to unload it tonight yet. So let's head on back, guys. All right, guys, let's head on north. They got a little scale here where you pull the steers, you pull on the drives, and then you pull on the trailer. But it came out to, let me see here, 002 79.2. Not bad. 79,200 pounds. So that's perfect, man. 79, yep. 79,200. Alrighty. See how 81 looks today. All the way up 81 to Harrisburg. Plant. Wow, look at that parking lot. Looks like Volvos are available. Goodness. That's the Volvo plant right there. Some deer out there. Alright guys, we're just cruising up 81 here. a guy just a few miles back. I was on the phone with Roman, then I was on the phone with my wife, so I didn't have the camera ready. I didn't film it, but he was hauling a load of lumber, had 2 tarps on just like us. And you know how I always tell you guys to put that strap over the front of the back tarp? Under the front tarp, like it's a strap over the front of the back tarp. I always tell you guys to do that, and we just seen an example of why. So he got some air under there, and it caught the back tarp and pushed it out. It was, you know, there was, I mean, this thing was starting to come off basically. And so that's why I do it. So it was a perfect example of that, but I did not get it on camera. I thought he had pulled over right away. He's seen it. So yeah, that was another reminder for me to always do that. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you have a big overlap, put a strap over the front of the back tarp. That way with the wind getting in there, it doesn't pull your tarp out, you know, from underneath your top one. So if that makes sense, that's how I always do it, just for extra precaution. So we're just cruising through, where are we at right now? North of Roanoke, almost in Lexington. We'll be good on fuel at some point. I want to stop for some lunch, so we'll keep moving here for a while, another hour or two, and get some food. Looks like we got an accident.
Fine back there said the left one was closed, but I don't know.
I think there's an accident up here.
Southbound. What we got going on this northbound side?
See what they say here. I heard it was an accident, left lane closed, so I don't know. Didn't look like too much of a backup, but you know, it might take 10 minutes or so to get through it. Hey, we were sitting there for about 5 minutes. I had just set the brakes. I think they might have been cleaning up the accident, getting everything off the road, because drivers going the other way are now saying, hey, we don't see anything. You should be moving. So had the brakes set.
What's going on the east side here?
Had the brakes set for a little bit, now we're moving. So I imagine the accident's cleared up and we're good to go. I think it's cleared up, guys. You'll be rolling soon.
Oh, was it wrecked?
To Hagerstown here, getting some lunch. Stop at the AC&T here. People tell me some of the best fried chicken is here, so I don't know. I've never been here actually. So we'll see if that holds up or not. just right off the interstate. You take exit 5B here in Hagerstown, Maryland, and head west a quarter mile and you're there. Or 3/4 mile, I guess it is. What it's showing, 0.7 miles. All kinds of parking, that's for sure. Parking in this lot is for motel and diesel customers only. Well, I'm not a diesel customer or somebody from the motel, but I want food, so let's do it. Let's see. Find out where to park here. A little confusing. Great place to stop. Ordered me a fried chicken sandwich and some fries. So all kinds of made to order stuff here. All right, we're ready to go. I got myself a chicken sandwich and a drink. Looks pretty good. Let's keep rolling. All right, well that took a while. But I thought it was like a fried chicken sandwich. It's like a buffalo chicken cheesesteak, the way it looks, or whatever you want to call it. But it looks amazing. We got some fries with it. Nice place to stop. I would definitely recommend it. Seems like a good place to stop. They got a good bit of parking. They got another lot over here where you can park. So, yeah, it seems like a nice place. Nice place to park. And they got reasonable prices in there, too, for food. A menu you can order off of. And, seems like they got plenty of employees in there, you know. The sun keeps coming out, then it gets cloudy, and then the sun keeps trying to pop out, but it's really been dreary for the most part coming up through. Now you keep going, I can't. There you go. Because I can't make the turn with you there, you know. So I guess I'll eat while I'm driving. I didn't really feel like taking the time to sit there and eat it, you know. 81 north, I want to be over in the other lane. Come on by, come on by. Come on, come on. A pilot right here at this exit. If you prefer a pilot.
Right. Yeah. Appreciate it, thank you. Well,
the guy where I'm delivering the lumber to, I just talked to his boy as we were leaving Hagerstown there, and he's like, hey, as long as you're here by 8 o'clock tonight, I'll unload you. So I'm like, well, say no more, I'll be there. So ETA is right around 5 o'clock. So yeah, he said he can unload me as long as I'm there before 8 p.m. So that's nice. I'll be able to get unloaded tonight, and you know, it'll pretty much be dark by the time I get there. But it's always, like I said, it's always nice when you know the place you're going to, you have a relationship with them, you know, you already know them. That always makes it nice. So yeah, thanks to Linford for getting me unloaded tonight. Appreciate that. Said it's going to start raining here around 5, 6, 7 p.m., something like that, but I mean, it's beautiful here, you know, the sun's out, so I don't know. We'll see if it does anything. We could use the rain, that's for sure. All that squeaking and stuff is coming from the windows, man, I tell you what. Enough to drive you crazy. I know I've talked about it so many times, but man, it'll drive you crazy. Need to put some new bus glass on there is what we need. But I don't know if I'll be able to convince my boss of that. Well, you know, unless the windshield cracks or something like that. That's a nice Peterbilt. Oh, that was, okay. That was Nate Bundy. I'm sure I'll get a phone call here soon. He used to drive the day cab. So he's pulling a reefer now. So that was him going the other way. So I imagine I'll get a call from him soon. I was on the phone with him earlier. He was unloading down in Chad's Ford. So he's probably heading west again. He runs the Midwest, Michigan, Wisconsin, I think. But anyway, what I was saying about the bus glass is we did it to the day cab, but you know, it had a chip in the windshield and stuff, so we kind of had to replace that. But convincing him to do it on here when there's nothing wrong with the windshield, I don't know. That's probably going to be a little tough, but it would look nice with some new bus glass, and I think it would take care of all that squealing and, you know, creaking and groaning that I hear all day long. But I don't know, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Okay, well, we made it back to the shop here, got her unloaded and all that, so that's going to be the end of this video. Remember to go to the link in the description here to buy your 717 Trucker shirt and a hat. So plenty of shirts available yet, so go over and buy yours. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. See you on the next one.